What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? Welcome to the very first episode of Learn from My Story. This is a platform where we will bring people on board. They will give their stories, and you will be able to learn from their mistakes. Kindly remember not to judge. Mind your comments. I will be your host, Papa PDJ. Stay tuned. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Kindly introduce yourself to the audience.
Okay, my name's Frederick Kamau Jenga. I'm a Kikuyu and I'm proud to be a Kenyan. And also one thing I'm proud of is to being a Christian.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Kamau. We are very privileged to have you. Now, let's go straight to what we were supposed to discuss. What happens after Kamau grows up?
Okay, to start with, for the primary school, I was in Nairobi South Primary School, and that is way back. That is in South B.
Yes.
Then from there, I went to high school. I went to Jamhuri High School. Yeah, and that's where I did my Form 4.
Yes.
I didn't actually make it to go to the university, but one thing I can say, I was almost there because all I needed was 3 points and I would have been there. Okay, my dad came and asked me, can you simply tell me what you feel like doing? So I was like, since I have been with people, and these people have been so conducive in the sense that they have been assisting me in each and everything that I do, where I go wrong. So I decided to do some catering, in the sense that I went for a food and beverage sales and service.
Wow.
Yeah, that's in Italy. And I made it. I got a diploma, and my first job was at Cannibal Restaurant, and I was very proud to be there. But sorry to say that things didn't work so well for me there, because on my third year, there was some kind of dilemma whereby there was a bit of looting out there, in the sense that most of us were doing very well. Most of us even had cars. One thing I can assure is that we were able even to buy cars.
Oh.
And the manager there is called Mr. Danford. And Mr. Danford, let me be concise to you. Mr. Danford can't walk. He had an accident. So what he actually uses is a wheelchair. Okay, these modern wheelchairs.
Yes.
But he was so good to us, in the sense that he liked the way we were working. But we, as if I can put it directly, okay, he was our manager. So it's like he was our teacher, we were his students.
Yes.
So he actually taught us a lot. But most of us decided that stealing from Mr. Danford was the right thing.
Oh no.
So what we started doing was that, for me personally, if I may put it on my side, they really liked me so much. So there were chances whereby I could have been sent to the store to go and get some drinks,
Yes.
which were coming in high bulks. If it's vodka, I'll come with a full box of vodka.
Yes.
If it's Gilbey's, the same. I was the only trusted figure there, such that I could go there alone, not being followed by anybody.
Yes.
And bring all this stuff to where it's supposed to be. My friends, here comes Mr. Kamau now starting to enter another level of friends who are telling me, what you're doing is not helping you. What is going to help you is what you will be getting, what you'll be making. The other coin you will be making on your side, even on what you are being paid.
So here comes your friends who are advising you to to try and make an extra coin
in
the wrong manner.
So, which was not my kind of lifestyle.
Uh-huh.
That was not my kind of lifestyle. But I found myself there because I started making a lot of money.
So you started stealing from them?
I started stealing. Not even stealing from them. It's like stealing for them. Because what I was making there, we were actually sharing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I moved up to another level.
Yes.
Yeah. And by so doing, Mr. Danford came to find out that most of the stores we used to enter, instead of us removing the drinks and ordering for some more, what we were doing was that we were using the same bottles to store water.
Oh my God.
And put it inside the boxes.
Yes.
And put it in a manner that if you come there, you'll see as if the drinks are still there.
But you have filled up the bottles with water.
With water, we've already sold each and everything. And
now,
mark you, we never used to sell that alcohol at Carnival. There is a way. We had some people who are coming over, pretending there is somebody they've come to see.
Yes.
Then we would pack it on their boots.
Now, Mr. Kamau, if I may ask you a very simple question.
Yes, please.
For our viewers to understand this properly.
Yeah.
Is this when you started taking alcohol, or at this particular moment you only used to steal and make an extra coin?
Okay, let me say that even if I used to drink back then, to start with, I wasn't married.
Yes.
Yeah. So I couldn't take much alcohol.
Yes.
And incidentally, I was still staying at home in South B.
Oh, with your parents?
Yeah, with my parents. So that is something that couldn't be, actually, my parents couldn't accept that.
Yes.
So even if I used to be so concise with what I wanted. I would even go beyond to start with, because my dad back then had 7 cars. So in actual sense, I never knew which car he was going to use to go out today. So what I would do, and I wasn't the firstborn in that family. There used to be my big brother, who was 3 years older than I was. He was called Mr. Alex Bushujenga. And Alex never used to like waking up very early or doing such kind of, to him, those were queer jobs.
Yeah.
So with me, I would wake up in the morning, if it was on a Friday or even a Thursday, I go wash most of all the cars, because I don't know which car my dad is going to use. Then from there, when he looks at the parking, he would see, all my cars are clean.
Yes.
Then he would ask, Mom, excuse me, who did this job? Then he was told, that was Kamau. That's him. Okay. And by the way, he had asked me if there's something I could spare for him to go out. Then my mom would tell my dad, why is it that you're only considering Kamau? Then my dad would tell her, because of the kind of way he's presenting himself. Wow. Because it's not only to me, but also to his brothers.
Okay.
So there's going to be a change, at least not only what we are teaching them, but even what they are growing up to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hata sahi, hata kama unakunywa pombe, lakini unaifanya kidogo, ndio wazazi wasigundue.
Hata nikienda nyumbani, siwezi itikia kwanza mzazi wa mama yangu mwenyewe hawezi ni accept niingie kwake nikiwa nanuka pombe.
Alright.
Na nataka nirudi niongee kuhusu nini ilifanya ndio nikaingia kwa pombe sana. Ile kitu ilifanya nikaingia kwa pombe sana ni ati ule bibi ambaye nilioa.
Let me cut you short kidogo, Mr. Kamau, before we go to your marriage life.
Okay.
I would want you to look right into that camera and address a young man mwenye yuko shuleni sahi na anajaribu kujiingiza kwa vitu ambavyo wewe ulijaribu kujiingiza ndani wakati ule.
Ndio.
What would you tell that young man?
Young man, one thing I can tell you is that, to start with, don't ever ever try to become like me, in the sense that what I went through was a lot. And let me say that, as with you right now, try and change. Think about God, and think about what you ever want to become in life, because all that will add up to something good and sinister that you're going to become. Yeah.
How was your marriage life?
To start with, it was quite interesting because I actually loved my wife so much.
Yes.
She was Mrs. Susan Wanjiru. But I'm sorry to say that eventually it didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work out, because I even thought one day I'm going to be seen going to the church and getting married.
Yes.
Me and my wife.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry to say that it never actually worked out. But one thing I can say is that I was happily married for 16 good years. And out of those 16 years, I got, our firstborn, she was a girl, but she didn't make it out of hospital. She passed on. So after roughly 4 or 5 years, I decided it was time to make it once again.
Yes.
And in this case, we actually made it. I got a son
Wow.
by the name of Francis Jenga Kamau. And I loved my son so much. I loved my son so much in that I personally, on Sunday, used to make sure that we wake up early and go to church. But things started changing for me, in the sense that my wife started developing other form of behaviors. And I would say, in a way, I contributed to that, because I remember very well, I actually opened a job for her in town.
Yes.
I got a stall in town and decided I'll be buying something somewhere else whereby she'll be in a position to be selling. Yeah. So I got a place, Namanga. So what I used to go bring were these vitenges, materials and all that.
Yes.
Even sweaters, the big sweaters of that time. Then she used to sell them there. But I'm sorry to say that little did I know, I had opened up another form of, no, that's not a business, because if your wife, you can introduce your wife to a new job, and instead of her considering how much you will be making and how much it's going to be justified by the family, that's not the way she used to do it. She thought that by going there, because I was giving her 3 days,
Yes.
there was a day of going, then the second day to go and do her shopping, the third day is to come back.
Yes.
She went there and decided to have a friend from that area. Yeah.
What do you mean by a friend?
No. Okay, that person introduced himself as a friend, and incidentally, he was even older than I was.
Oh no.
Now here comes the worst part of everything.
Yes.
They became friends, and when I talk about friends, I mean they started moving together.
Okay, let me ask you this: is this friend a gent or a female?
I'm talking about a gent.
Okay.
This is a gent. Now this gent decided to be taking me for a ride, in the sense that the 3 days I used to give my wife to go there.
Yes.
This guy was capable of getting whatever she was going to get from there, and those things would come. They would take a day. But you see, when my wife left the house, by then I was staying at Githurai.
Yes.
Githurai 45. When my wife used to leave the house, I used to know that after 3 days is when she's going to come back.
Yes.
But little did I know, they used to go to town. You know, Crossroads?
Crossroads, yes.
Yeah, Crossroads there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bar and restaurant and that offers even accommodation and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So what this guy used to do, he was able to be staying in one of the lodges.
Mm-hmm.
In that, you see, with him, he used to come business, then go back.
Go back, exactly.
Yeah, so he had a home, back there.
Mm-hmm.
But now, this lodging became also like a home to my wife. Because instead of her going there for those 3 days, she used to come to this guy. Then all the goods she was going to get would come. Then after the 3 days, I would see her. So what I never used to ask for is for the receipt or anything from the...
Because you trusted her.
Because I trusted her. Then incidentally, I had a friend also in town.
Yes.
Who also, we used to drink around town, so I knew Crossroads very much. So my friend also used to have a girlfriend, a second girlfriend there. So this guy knew my wife very well.
Yes.
So one day, not even one day, for so many days, he would see my wife going there with this gentleman.
Yes.
Then incidentally, he never used to tell me.
So your friend also had a mpango wa kando?
Yeah.
Your friend? Agent. Yeah. So in the process, akienda kwa lodging, aka notice
pia mimi,
your wife.
My wife pia
ako kwa lodging na mtu mwingine tofauti, who is not you.
Who is not me.
So the guy used to call you.
So this guy, what actually happened was, whenever we used to drink, you know, there are times you can get so tipsy, then start talking things that okay, those are not things you are fond of talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah. So one day he told me, we kwenda huko. Sasa wewe unajifanyaga hapa na mimi najua mpaka mahali bibi yako anakuwa. Ngona tudanganyanga hapo, anaenda na manga. Nikupeleke ile na manga anakuanga. So I was like, kwani unajua mahali anaenda kununua hizi vitu? Mimi nitakupeleka. So he was like, na siku hiyo tukakosana sana. Inza tatai kidogo nimpige na chupa ya bia.
Rafiki yako.
Kwa kichwa juu sana nimekasirika.
Yeah.
Sasa ile kumgonga vile nimemgonga, tukakuwa nikaa tumekosana. Sasa hata kutani vile tulikuwa tunakutana zamani. But he still had my number.
Yes.
So after some time, which was actually around kitu 3 to 4 months, one day the guy called me.
Yes.
Kaniambia, Kamau, kamuuliza wewe umenipigia namba yangu umetoa wapi wewe na tulikosana? It was like, Kamau, tulikosana, but I want to assist you. Ukikupotea utapotea. Mimi naona ukipotea. Kamuuliza unataka kuniassist aje? Akaniuliza, sasa nikikwambia ukuje Crossroads, utakuja? Do you know what time he had called me?
No.
It was around 3
a.m. In the morning.
In the morning. Nasikia na niko Githurai.
Yes.
Back then we used to have these matatus which used to come very early. Zile zilikuwa zinaleta nini za kutoka sokoni na huko town.
Yes.
So it was possible for wewe uingie kwa hizo matatu na uweze kufika. So I was like, na sasa nikikuja saa hii na bibi yangu jana alienda na manga itakuwaje? Akaniambia, si una neighbor hapo? Gongea neighbor yako, mwambie usiamshe mtoto. Wewe mwambie umemwachia funguo, mtoto akiamka amchukue, wewe utakuwa umerudi by then.
Yes.
So that's what I actually did, because I wanted to know who rafiki yangu after all that time amenitia nini. And incidentally nikaenda mpaka hiyo town and I was able to make it by 4:15 there. Mi kufika akanipigia sasa simu tena akaniambia, niko hapa unaona crossroads pande ingine niko kwa ile pub iko hapo, hebu kuja kwa hiyo pub. Mimi nikaenda tu vizuri. Mimi kwenda, rafiki yangu akanisalimia, nikakuta yeye ni kunywa. Okay, he was taking a Guinness. He was like, have a seat, are you going to have a Guinness? Nikamuuliza, surely hiyo masaa umeniita hapa, nilikuwa nimekuja tu kukunywa hii pombe. Si afadhali hata ungenitumia hiyo pesa nikakunywe na huko kama wewe kweli rafiki yangu. Kaniambia, wewe kaa chini juu ile mambo nitakwambia. Wewe mwenyewe hauta, lakini mimi nataka wewe mwenyewe ndo utajipeleka hadi huko.
Yes.
So he was like, okay. I told him, okay, ni hiyo Guinness. Kukaa chini nikamuuliza, si uniambie haraka juu masaa pia ndio hii inaenda, mtoto sahii lazima akuwa juu mama yake hayuko. Akaniambia, umekunywa Guinness mzuri, mi nataka, unaona right across, unaona hiyo lodging ina accommodation and everything. Nataka hapo ndo mahali mi nakaanga, na mimi nakaaga room number 12. Na watchman aliponiona, aliniona the last time he saw me, aliniona nikipanda. Kwa hivyo anafikiria niko huko juu. Wewe ile kitu mimi ndakuadvise ufanye, juu hatutaenda na wewe. Wewe ni uende hapo ugongagonge, watchman ndo atafungua. The minute watchman akifungua, mwambie ni mimi ndo unataka kwenda room number 12. Atakwambia pigia huyo, unipigie simu. Sasa when you call me, it will be like tayari niko huko, niseme uingie. Then from there, wewe ukishaingia, hizo room zimefesiana hivi. Ukiingia hivi ni number 12, ukiingia hivi number 13. Sasa ni saa ngapi? Nikamwambia it's almost it's heading to 5. Kaniambia, hii masandio si ugongewa, tunaitishwa bed sheet. Yeah. Ukishapatiana bed sheet, nyinyi mnaweza endelea kulala, hizo ziende zifuliwe. Sasa wewe utaenda number 13, wewe utaenda number 12. Wewe utagonga number 13. Ugonga ni kama ni bed sheet unaitisha. Na sasa wewe ukishafunguliwa hapo, wewe sasa utajua vile utafanya. Utaangalia huko ndani, ujiangalilie, uone ile kitu tutaona. Nikamuuliza, what am I expecting to see there? Niambia, sasa hiyo ndio ile namanga bibi yako yuko. Huko ndo mahali yupo. My friend, sasa hiyo roho ikaanza kupiga.
Tension.
Hiyo tension. Mimi my friend nilienda nikagonga ile room na ikafunguliwa mzuri. Ule mtu alinifungulia ni mzee. Akakuja kama amevaa towel. Amejifunga hiyo towel. Akaenda kuleta bed sheet. The minute alikuja kuleta bed sheet, mimi nilistukia nimempiga teke, ameanguka na huko ndani. Niliangalia nikaona ni mtu mkubwa.
Let me cut you, Mr. Kamau. We will back after a very small break. We will get to know what happened exactly after Mr. Kamau alifungua mlango and he saw mzee.